Father God, you're welcome here. Jesus, you're welcome here. Holy Spirit of God, you're welcome here. Mama, there goes that man again. Here I go, trying to uplift and enlighten you once again, trying to give you some content on how you're able to make yourself better. We'll be talking about relationship today. Maybe I'm gearing this up to the young people once again. Here I go with the young people, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, maybe a little older, 16, 17. This content will be for you on how you should, take some time and wait before you move into a relationship, picking up other people's bag, their crisis, their trials, their tribulations, their issues, their circumstances. You take your time and focus on your goals, things that you're trying to accomplish in your teenage years, year in and year out. So parents, hopefully I can give you some content on how you can bring this subject matter to your children, and they can sit there and they listen to you, they'll have an ear for you, they'll be receptive to you. Again, I've worked with juveniles from 1985 to 1986 until 2005, and I'm currently working at a residential treatment facility going on 14 years. So it's close to 34 years of dealing with adolescents, teenagers. So I'm just speaking on what I've learned. And this content that I'm writing down right here came back 3 or 4 years ago when I was in my kitchen just tidying up some dishes. And all of a sudden the word relationship came to my spirit. And what I did was I stopped doing what I was doing in the kitchen and I came to the computer. And what I'm about to speak on, this is what I typed in, dealing with relationship. Here we go. The R is for refrain. Think about a meaningful relationship when you're mature enough to handle all the ups and downs that will surely surface. You're going to have some situations, you're going to have some ups and downs, you're going to have some trials and tribulations. 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, and so on and so forth. It's gonna be a little difficult when you call your quote unquote your significant other or your mate not responding to you the way you want them to respond to you. You don't need to even be in the middle of stuff like that. You should be focusing on how you can make your parents happy, how you can make your guardian happy. That should be your main concern, not how you can make another teenager happy in a relationship. Take your time. All these things will come. E is for eliminate. Let's think about how much more you can accomplish if you would eliminate that time you spent wondering what that other person was doing when they weren't with you. You can put that energy into something constructive that can prepare you to be better in a future relationship. That's what you can do. Use that energy to make that time to make yourself a better person instead of wondering and worrying about what somebody did and what somebody didn't do, how somebody didn't respond when you said something. All that stuff is just unnecessary baggage for a teenager to be going through. Again, your main concern should be your goal that you set for that grade that you're in, how you want to accomplish, what type of grade you want to accomplish, how you want to impress your parents. That should be the key things that you concentrate on. The L is for later. Later, after you've focused on the things that could move you closer to your goals, is when you are in a position for an emotional relationship. Later, you've gathered all that information that you're going to need as a young person, growing day to day, growing from week to week, month to month, year to year. You're growing. You're getting better because you're focusing on yourself. You're focusing on how to be better within yourself instead of trying to deal with the emotions of others. So take your time. Wait till a little later and see how this thing gonna turn out for you. It's gonna be prosperous for you. Just take your time and wait. The A is for assess. Assess yourself. Understand what it is that you want to accomplish. Then move toward making those things a reality in your life. A relationship as a teenager makes goals much harder to reach. It makes it much harder to reach because now you're concentrating on trying to please another person. And that's energy that's unnecessary in your life. You know, you can be friends in a way where it doesn't roll over into having a serious relationship. Friendships are great. It's great. They're needed, you know, at a time of when you're an adolescent. It's very helpful. But when you start trying to make these things serious, where now you're trying to respond as though your husband and wife, that's gonna allow your goals to be put on the shelf. You're not gonna be able to, you know, put that energy that's necessary to obtain them. The T is for trouble. The T is for trouble in relationship. Trouble is always lurking around the corner. It happens in the best of relationships. If you're not equipped to handle the trouble magnifies. The relationships become harder and it's become secondary. You become secondary in the relationship. When treatment should be the first and foremost. You know what I mean? You treating yourself to be a good person, to be first and foremost the important thing at this time. You looking for things to take place in your life. You looking for things to, you know, to manifest in your life, because you're going to put that time in. You want to see things that you know, set for yourself to materialize. But when you start wasting your time moving over here, thinking about what other people are doing, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. Your focus is going to be off. You're not going to be able to move like you really want to move concerning your own goals. The I in relationships stand for inexperience. That first I stands for inexperience. This is the main reason relationships should wait. Inexperience. You don't know enough to deal with your issues and your emotions. When you compound that with the issues and emotions that another person brings, it has the capacity to limit you as a person, and it usually will. It usually will. It usually will. Because now you got a lot of anger and frustration and agitation that's going to come in. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because you're dealing with these issues from your own spirit. So your choices and your decision making is not sharp like it should be. So now you're gonna be erratic in that relationship. You're gonna have some ups and downs, and now you're dealing with a person that's not gonna, they're not gonna treat you the way you should be treated concerning the decisions and the choices that you make based on the relationship y'all have. If something go wrong and you don't respond the right way, now here come anger, here come frustration in that other person. Here come agitation in that other person towards you, all geared towards you, because you didn't respond the right way that they thought you should respond. So now you're dealing with all this extra stuff. But if you refrain, if you eliminate, if you wait till later, and you assess yourself, and you move away from the trouble, and you understand that it is inexperience that's going to cause you to have to deal with these things, and you wait, good things are there to happen for you. The O stands for other, or option. Concentrate on things that are elevating you toward the goals you set for yourself. Positive things. That's the other thing that you need to do. Let's concentrate on things that's leading you towards that goal that you set for yourself. Use that time focusing on being better, that what you see in your future, that what you desire to be. If you're a pianist, you use that time to practice in that. if you're good in communications, work on it now. Work on those things now. Get in front of the camera. Or you won't be in the media. You start doing that stuff now. Get in front of the camera. Videos yourself. Sit there and talk and get yourself straight to where you feel comfortable doing all the things that you're trying to do. Learn how to do it now. That's your option. If you're an athlete, work on your craft. Work on your craft. Baseball player, you're a pitcher, work on your craft. Catcher, work on your craft. Get your throws down to second base, third base, and throw them behind the run on first base and stuff like that. Get in the batting cage. Little stuff like that. You're a pitcher, you know what you're supposed to do. Any position player, you know what you're supposed to do. You know how you're supposed to handle yourself. Go out there and practice basketball, track, cross country, anything you're doing, a swimmer. You practice that stuff instead of focusing on trying to act like you need a girlfriend so bad. The N is for not necessary in a relationship. The N is for not necessary. You can reach your destiny or your goals easier if a relationship is not occupied a lot of your time. You will need good relationships to reach your goals, but nothing intimate. You will need good relationships to reach your goal, but nothing intimate. Nothing intimate. Take your time. Focus on that which you're desiring to be, desiring to become, and allow that to happen. Work towards it. Focus on that. Focus on that. It's not necessary right now. The essence of suspense. Suspense. Drama has a way of finding a place in your relationship where you don't allow yourself to grow emotionally. Time and again, things will happen to test your character. Drama, suspense. Come on, look around. Just look around. You look around. You take some time to look around at the average 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old couple. Some of them may be your friends. And you check them out on how they deal with situations in their relationship. Listen to what they're telling you is going on in their relationship. Do you want that? Do you want that extra baggage? Because it's not necessary. You're not meant to be acting as though you're married at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. It's not. Because the world do it, that don't mean you're supposed to be doing it. Because you see it out there perpetrating itself, and it's perpetuating all over the United States right now and all around you. That don't mean you pick it up too. See it, but don't be it. You heard that? See it, but don't be it. Take your time. All these things that you're seeing, you're witnessing, it's just a template for you to see and say, that's not going to be me. That's not going to be me. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to wait. H is for healthy. The H is for healthy. A healthy relationship is usually amongst two individuals that are well in tune to themselves. You have to know how to make yourself happy before you can make another person happy. Your hands are full carrying your own baggage. Taking on someone else's can be a burden. Not only can be a burden, it will be a burden. It will be a burden because you have your own issues. You have your own situations to deal with. And that should be enough. Satisfying mom and dad or your legal guardian should be enough. It should be enough. You making them happy. And I guarantee as a parent that you're focusing on making mom and dad happy. The response, getting a positive response from them, it should be the key thing that you're dealing with. Key thing that you're trying to see take place. How can I make my mother, my father, or my guardian happy with the way I'm conducting myself in the home, at school, and when I'm socializing, when I'm outside of the home. People, when I'm somewhere other than with my parents or my guardian, people are always giving a good report of how I'm dealing with situations, how I'm handling myself. That should be the key. The I, that second I in relationship is ineffective. Ineffective. This is what you would be when you don't have what your partner is looking for. Life lessons allow you to learn these things, not promiscuous behavior. Although you learn from your mistakes, some mistakes you don't come back from. You hear that? You hear that? I'll say that again. I is for ineffective. This is what you will be when you don't have what your partner is looking for. Life lessons allow you to learn these things, not promiscuous behavior. Although you learn from your mistakes, some mistakes you don't come back from. See, young people, you're out there, you're being sexually active. You're doing things that you don't have no business doing. And now your body is telling you that you need these things all the time. Now you can't even lay down, you can't even sit down and have a nice conversation, a nice thought without it always turning over to sexual connotation. Because you played with that part of your life and it's not nothing to play with. It's not nothing to play with. And that's what that is the key to what I'm seeing in the spaces that I work. Sex is the thing that's throwing individuals off their goal. And it's the thing that's breaking up the mother-daughter and the father-daughter or the mother-son or the father-son relationship. It's because of sex. It have a lot to do with sex. And parents don't, it's hard for them to even go there because it hurts their soul that they're understanding now. That same little girl or that little boy that they used to look into their eyes, now they're doing their own thing, and the parents don't know how to approach them, or their delivery is not something that the kid will want to listen to now, because they feel as though, no, I can do what I want to do now. The approach is difficult for the mother to even approach her 12, 13-year-old daughter now. She don't even know how to come to her and talk about what's going on. So now the relationship is strange. The mother's coming and going, walking past the daughter in the home. They don't even communicate like they used to, because of sex. So now there's a level of ineffectiveness that you're gonna have because you move it in that genre, you move it in that area. It's not necessary. If you refrain from it, you stay away from it. Refrain from it. You eliminate yourself. Try these things later. Always assess yourself. Move away from that trouble. Because these things happen because you're inexperienced. You move on other options, like your goals that you want to accomplish. It's not necessary at this time. You're going to have the suspense. Being ineffective is part of the suspense. Wait and get a healthy relationship. Again, you're going to be ineffective because it's just what happens. It's what happens. You're 12 to 17 years old, and you're trying to act like though you were married. Do you understand the word divorce? There's a word called divorce. And grown-ups been married 10, 5, 4, 15, 20, some of them longer than that, and they still end up getting divorced. They don't stay with each other. And it's because of the same things that I'm telling you. Levels of ineffectiveness. So let me put the last letter here. It's the P. The P. It stands for patience. And also, I'm going to say prioritize. See, when you learn to exercise patience in your life, you allow yourself to see things from different perspectives. These are the things that will help shape the type of relationship that your partner will cherish when you get older. Good relationships start with respect. Wow. Wow. I'm going to read this again, but you can always go back on this and read it. But I'm going to read this again so you can understand why I did read it twice, because I want you to understand and know, man, that this is real. See, what you're experiencing it's not a game. This is real. And it's going to affect your life if you don't have keys like this. These keys like this can be called wisdom keys. Things for you to understand and realize that I have to partake in this if I want my life to be, that's which I have in my mind that I'm trying to, allow it to be. Patience. The P stands for patience or prioritize. When you learn to exercise patience in your life, you allow yourself to see things from different perspectives. These are the things that will help shape the type of relationship that your partner will cherish when you get older. Good relationships start with respect. Learning how to deal with friends, from a friendship point of view, from a friendship standpoint. You're looking around and you have a chance to see good relationships concerning families, husband and wife. As a child, as a teenager, you can see it. You can see a man respecting a woman. You can see a woman be receptive to her husband. You can see these things. You see them. You can see them. They're in your everyday life. You just have to find those that you can see, and that are something that you want to imitate or emulate. You can do it, and it's gonna allow you to be a person that prospers. It's not that the extra baggage is not on you. You're not carrying an extra load. So you take your time. Parents, I thank you for engaging in this content. Thank you for finding me here on this podcast. I ask that you subscribe. I ask that you share this information. Again, I'm Jonathan McFadden. Mama, there goes that man again. If you never heard of Mark Jackson, he's the NBA commentary analyst for the on ABC and ESPN. He always say, "Mama, there goes that man," when one of the good players going on a scoring spree. He may have scored 6 to 8 to 10 points straight, and they're doing things to oppose their opposition. But he says, "Mama, there goes that man," because they're doing things where they can't be stopped. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying to give you content to where you can't be stopped. You can't be stopped. I can't coming out of nowhere. I'm 58 years old. I just starting the podcast. So if you're first time seeing me and hearing me, I'm doing this from the bottom of my heart. I love you. Pray that God continue to bless you. Again, young people, you guys take this to heart. Take this to heart, and may God bless you during this time.